Hi guys, Gaming Bear here. Today we're going to have a look at the Covenanter Tier 4 British, basically fun light tank. So let's have a look. Check the tech tree. It's leading up to the Cromwell and other fun tanks. So let's have a look, see where it comes in. So the Covenanter Tier 4, the Crusader, Cromwell, Comet, Centurion, and all the way up to the past the Centurion 7-1 to the AX. Very, very nice line of tanks, which will then give you other options with using the guns for helping you to go up the heavy line. But the best way I find for getting the good guns on the light tanks and the mediums is this sort of turn into mediums is to go up the heavy line first towards the 215B, and then go up the light and medium route later. So let's get back and have a look at the tank, and then compare it to other similar tanks at the same sort of level. So let's have a look. Covenanter, very, very light tank, but with quite a nice selection of guns. So power to weight ratio, you're looking at about 19.31 horsepower per ton, but the armour is not very good. 40, 30, 25 on the hull, 39 on the turret, 90 on the side, and 25 on the rear. But it's very well sloped, and if you see it in real life, it's quite a nice, almost a sexy looking tank. In the Bovington Tank Museum, you stand next to it and you look at how well this worked. And I think was it the A13? Let's have a look. Details. Doesn't say, but I know it was configured along those lines. The one before, let's check. It doesn't say, but I think it's the the cruiser, because you have the fast cruiser tanks, which are the breakthrough tanks, and the heavier troop tanks, the infantry tanks, the infantry support tanks, like the Churchill, which was slower and stayed at the same sort of pace with the troops. And then this exploited it was designed to exploit the breakthrough, the gap made, and get in and destroy the support structures in the background and cause disarray with the troops on the opposing on the opposing force. So yes, back to this tank. So I found a good way of running this tank is you've got to use your stealth ability, get around the battlefield, bring the gun to bear, and get out of there. The one good thing about this permutation is the almost 2,000 damage, 1,905 damage per minute that this Bofors gun can cause. So you've got a couple of options. You've got the 40mm pom-pom, which is quite nice. Let's put that on so you can see the DPM. So DPM of that 1800, so it's quite nice. The penetration is 49 with standard, 71 with APCR, and 23 with HE. Moving up to the next permutation, the Bofors, you've got 63, 101, and 23. But I don't mess around with HE because it basically doesn't do much damage, and it's not very likely to pen. So I stick with either standard AP or APCR. You've also got an interesting permutation, which is the 3-inch howitzer, which can work quite well as a support role with 38 and 100mm of PEMP. It's got to be used at range, and the problem is with this, the high trajectory and the slow rate of fire means there's something that doesn't sit still. You're not going to hit it. They'll know you're aiming, and they'll even see the shot arcing towards you. If you're firing at a lower trajectory, you will only get 38mm of pen, so your HE shots just won't really do anything. The heat shots are more likely to pen because basically they'll hit the flat slope, and you could do quite nicely, especially if you've got the higher trajectory. So it gives you options, but like I said, it's a slower rate of fire and fast-moving targets, a slow shell velocity. So your shells will be in the air. They better go, oh, he's fired, and they'll know where you're shooting, and they'll better move out the way. So that's something I find is that this gun isn't. It's good for people who like staying in place, and then you can just lob shell after shell, and turn it into a slightly more accurate artillery, like the German tanks, which I'll show you, like the Panzer IV. That's on the medium line with the the guns that they run, so they can just lob shells straight over, boom, 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 straight into you, and be able to just take you out from range, pin you in place, and go like Bird does, and just keep firing HE in your general direction, keep you tracked, and help everyone else to take you to pieces. But with this gun, you can get enough penetration with 101mm for really tough targets, or 63 will standard against your opposing number with your 40mm of armor. This gun the 40mm Bofors can go straight through it with that twin shot, boom, 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 a 4-shot magazine, and then you reload. So those 4 shots, 55 damage per shot, if I remember rightly. 50 damage a shot. So that's two potential up close, 200 rounds, 200 points of damage in close succession to be able to take your opponents to pieces. So is this a good tank? Well, yeah, it's a nice, fun tank, and it's raved about on the American server, but it's not really seen over here at the moment. So this is one I think you should watch out for or pay particular attention to because of the abilities of it. And if there's a lot more heavy tanks, if you're not able to run as much APCR, the 2-pounder gun is very, very nice, very punchy, with about a 1500. Let's have a look. Yeah, 1429 horsepower hit points of damage that you can do, plus the extra punchiness. So 78mm with standard, which is very nice, but the additional range abilities of 121mm of pen with the standard with APCR makes this a very useful tank for taking really heavy targets and tier 5, tier 6 tanks to pieces. This gun can just dish it out. It can penetrate at range, and combining it with the view range on the move that you can get of 382 meters or 434 meters with binoculars, staying stationary and just sniping from range with this with the camo ability of this tank to be able to take your opponents to pieces. So it gives you lots and lots of options. So from range, you can either use the howitzer to lob shells straight over. The Bofors, you get up close and dirt them in the face. The same with the pom-pom. But the 2-pounder can take them to pieces from range, from stealth, and they wouldn't even know you were there. So that's the option that you've got with this tank, to be able to work out the permutation that works for you. So for me, I find that this mid-range, higher DPM gun is better for me, but it may not suit you so well. But you need to work with the targets, allow yourself to get into a position to come from the angles to allow you to maximize your penetrative ability and rip them a new one with the DPM. So let's get into a quick game, and I'll show you what this can actually do. You know you want to. Oh yeah. Right, we'll get into the game and see exactly what the Covenanter can do. Here we go. Right, let's have a look. Winterberg. So it's not looking good. You know, right at the bottom, and we're up against another one on the opposing team. So let's get into this this battle. As you can see, the tank itself we're having problems with. Right. There we go. Okay, let's speed this up a bit. As you can see, we're up against the Covenanter on the opposing team. We've got this 4-shot gun. Well, 2 twin shots. And so let's speed up. Let's look at the abilities of the tank. Right, so speed up to 40 or 50 kph. Going to move into this corner so I can spot for the KV2, because it's got quite a good view range, especially with the binoculars. So you can see by the blue circle exactly where you can actually where you can see. So I'm turning around to be able to make a swift exit if I need to. So allowing the binoculars to kick in. We've got the T28 moving into that position. So he's trying to spot for himself, which is, he's got a really punchy gun. We've got someone up ahead. So we're going to try and get spots up. So we can see up to around about D1 at the moment. So, oh, he's being taken to pieces. He's just completely in the wrong position. A bit sad. Let's have a look. 44%. Yeah, it's understandable why he loses so much. So we'll speed this up and wait for a target to come in. So we're covering this this area, and as you can see, we've spotted the Dickomax. Now, the twin shots you can see. Now, that would have gone through, but at this range, he's just beyond the useful range for the gun. You can see the red line. Even the Hellcat is out of range. We may be hitting him, but it's not effective. So that's one issue. If the targets are too far away, even if they're on target, you're not going to be able to penetrate the opponents. So let's move this on. So we've got a couple of shots. So you can see the firing of the vehicle. So let's move around, try and help out. So I was going to go push around the hill, but around the hill. I was going to push around and help the KV, but I noticed the OI. So let's move in. I know we've got a chance of penetrating him. So he's moving this way, and I'm going to try and get some shots in as he comes around the corner. So I'm using premium. He's got 75 mil of armor. We should be able to... No, it's 150 mil of armor. As you can see, the premium, the shots are going in, but we haven't got the ability to actually pen him. So speeding this up, I'm thinking at this stage I have to take him out. He's working his way through. He's killed two of my teammates already, and I'm going to use the speed of this 43, 44 kph to get in close and try and take him to pieces. So he's fired, moving in. I know there's a weak spot up above the tracks, and that's what I'm aiming for. Staying in close and using the ability to try and stay below his gun, side scraping, and then being able to bring the gun to bear. I'm watching out for them coming in on my left, but I'm trying to side scrape, hug him, and put the shots in through his side and take him to pieces. While he's focusing at the moment on the KV-1 and the Cromwell, I'm just focusing on him. I'm firing above the tracks to be able to not have such a shallow, not such a steep angle, but to be able to fire into that area above the tracks without it being too steep to turn the armor angle into such a level that I can't actually pen him. Now he's realizing that I'm a bit of a threat. He's doing a little bit of knocking damage to me, 2 points, but I'm just getting ready to take him to pieces again. He's trying to get away from me. He's scared. Oh dear, poor little thing. Well, bye-bye. Bye-bye, buddy. Come on, you know you want it. Oh yeah, that's it. I was trying to watch out for the gun, just in case he could get it down on me. And he's doing a little bit of damage. He's doing his best to get away. Oh, nearly gone. Yes, finally gone. And the autocannon had to rock and roll. So I'm pushing forward, and I was watching to see where the KV was going. I was heading towards the Churchill, trying to take him to pieces, and I noticed that those guys were aiming down towards the circle around about F1. So I was going to see if they'd turn around and take on the KV-1, but I've realised they're more likely to be aiming this way towards the Panzer IV. So I'm going to see if I can see where they're aiming, and they're both aiming this way. Oh, there's another one. So yeah, do I want to step out and get hit in the face by those two? Actually, no. You've got to try and be clever. You know, a stupid for me to try and put a shots in through. Yes, my shots would have worked, but they'd have completely taken me to pieces. Let's have a look at the KV. If he pokes around there, are they going to take him to pieces? And they're gone. So I'm thinking, okay, they're dealt with. I'm trying to use the speed of this around about 50 kph to get back to deal with the HT number 6, the special Japanese heavy. But even though this has got a good turn of speed, on the flat, generally about 50 kph, it's just not quite enough. So that's shown the abilities of this to move around the battlefield. Let's have a look. So 631 damage, doesn't seem like a lot, but it's tier 4. And WN8 of 2266, very, very nice. We've still got 8 shots left. It's going to cost us a bit of bit of credits, but we've taken no damage, well, apart from the 2 points from the OI knocking into him and stopping him moving too much. And so let's have a look at the post-game and see a bit more about this tank. Okay, let's have a look at those post-game stats. So, Covenanter, basically against an OI. So, what we did, Winterberg, let's have a look. 1700 experience, WN8 of over 2000. Let's see. So, second class, 1714 experience, 631 damage, all against the OI. 14 shots from a tier 4 against a tier 6 tank. Let's have a look at the team scores. So he was doing the best out of anyone in his team. So he got 449 on a loss. Plus he got high caliber, 1600 damage. So he was the main protagonist, the main player on the opposing team, until we rolled up in this tier 4 tank and took him to pieces. So 40 shots, 23 hit. Used a lot of premium, otherwise there would have been no chance of penetrating that guy. So let's have a look what we actually had to work with. So gun-wise, tier 4 autoloader, standard pen, 63. Now you can see 63 mil of armor penetration, 101 with premium, but you had to use it. There's no other way we could have penetrated. The APCR was the only way, and we only had 44 shots. And we managed to take him down, but we were really low that way. So yeah, this is what you can do in the Covenanter against one of the toughest tanks in the game. So let's have a look at Heavies tier 6. Heavies tier 6 and the OI. There we go. Armor-wise, this was what I was taking to pieces. This behemoth of a tank. So yeah, one star there. 70 hull armor, which is the only place you can shoot it here. The up above the streets and houses, basically there. This is the only area that you can sort of guarantee being able to hit. The rest of it, below the tracks, is actually well, it's the tracks. It's extra spaced armor. So this area here on the sides is the only place you can guarantee hitting it. The rest of it is 150 mil of armor, and our gun at tier 4 wouldn't have penned it. He was probably quite surprised that we managed to do it, but that's what you can do in the tier 4 light tank, the Covenanter, and even with that, it was only a second class mastery. So yeah, so this was the Covenanter. We got a mastery previously, but this gun with the autoloader and the DPM of 1900 damage per minute is actually pretty good. So you can even take, if you know the weak spots of your enemies, this can even take the toughest tier 6 enemies to pieces as well. So this is the Covenanter. I really rate this as a nice, fun tier 4 tank. And as you saw, you can even take out overpowered heavy tanks just like that, which is ripping a new one to everyone else. But that's it. Anyone can take any other tank apart. It's how you play it. So this is the Covenanter, and I really rate this as a tank. Not as but as a tier 4 fun, interesting tank, and playing it with this gun, the Bofors cannon. You've got more penetration with the 2-pounder, but let's have a look at the DPM. The DPM with it. Let's have a look, is 1400, so you lose 500 DPM. And I feel that this gives you the edge, especially on a one-on-one fight against other light tanks. Well, you saw when we were fighting against that OI was significantly better than us. But if you know where to hit it, the damage potential of this gun is just phenomenal at this level, and it allowed us to take them to pieces. And you could have basically taken just about anything else on the battlefield to pieces with this, as long as you know where to shoot. So yeah, this is the Covenanter. I'm the Gaming Bear, and see you on the next one. Cheers, guys.